Not sure if I get this right. We are streaming the Hopeful Power Hour here. And hopefully going to get back a little bit of our gains. Oop. Sorry, trying to mess with this a little bit. Okay. So, anyway, we are streaming the Hopeful Power Hour of this. Pretty crazy day. Started off at 65, but yeah, I'm still kind of long. I do just think that we get a crazy end of the day pump. So, yes, don't judge me. I was short a little bit earlier and worked out, but also got stopped out. That was really in the morning. So had one, lost one. But we're going to see if we don't kind of power this into close. If there's any asset that can kind of fool everybody, it's definitely Bitcoin. And in a dark room, because I have had a headache probably from staring at these charts. But we're looking at other things. S&P, seeing how that's doing. But oh yeah, my take profit is like ridiculously high just right now, but that's because I'm just gonna move my stop probably underneath where I'm comfortable and let it ride a little bit. And this is a 5 Bitcoin trade, so pretty leveraged, but I think we pumped pretty hard. So bear with me. And ride a little bit. So, yeah. We'll see. Here we go. Whoops. That is too dark still. Alright, so we're up decent money, but looking for the big one. Here we go. And I'm okay with losing 1,800 on this trade because I think we can get this rip going. Again, this is 3 p.m. Eastern, so but we're hoping for a massive 1 minute candle that doesn't just close us out, because this is a pretty tight stop. It doesn't look that close, but it's 300 points. It's entry at 68.7 and 767 and a stop out at 68.427, and that's just because I'm playing with obviously 5 Bitcoin. Don't want to ruin that whole thing up. Be pretty easy to blow up your account if you're not cool with having stops in place. And with that, I can have a couple trades like this and a couple opportunities. So 301, and I've got Bloomberg on in the background, but turned it on low because I don't want anybody to obviously unnecessarily hear it. So, all right. So, getting a little bit of a push. Very nice, very nice. Hoping to make a couple thousand at the very least. And then if we keep pumping up like this, we'll just raise our stop. Alright, well, we'll raise our stop to at least making 300 bucks. If that whole candle decides to fade. That's some good movement, for sure. And I'll hop on the 5 minute, but it looks kind of funny just with how crazy Bitcoin's been all day. See? But that's essentially the move that we're having on the 5 minute ever since it got to this. I have no idea what button I just pressed, but anyway. Ever since it kind of got to this range. So we're again getting a pretty decent push. I hope this pump sustains and doesn't just completely fade. 300 would be cool, but pump to make like 3,000 or 4 or 5, maybe more. That's a big gap to fill from the high of today. Obviously pretty bullish, even with the news of war, but again, it's a, inflation hedge, so nothing really looks like it's gonna make inflation go away. So hopefully this is the retracement we have to gold, which obviously and the stock market and every other asset, because it's been on 20 plus 25+% decline of the last 3 months. So we'll see. Hopefully, happy March. Let's get it going with some good money. And I hope this pump sustains. There's no way that would be. I mean, there's a way, but I'm just going to keep this going. Let's get a closer look. So that new stop loss is for me to get 326, but it's at 68,860, and that's like 200 points away. So let's hope it just keeps tracing up. I'm gonna raise that maybe to make at least 700, 800. I'd feel like a silly goose doing that. But even 800, that would be pretty decent on the day. But we're shooting for more. We're only 6 minutes into this power hour, hopefully. Hope it doesn't just rug down. That would be a mood killer after the 50+%. Sorry, plugging my computer. But after all of the... No, come on. Alright, well, probably not going to trade the rest of that. So, short stream, but I'll probably hop on later if an opportunity hops up. So, anyway, that was just riding an afternoon pump. So, anyway, I'll be back. Join me again, hopefully for more money.